Welcome back to Bab's Only Table Talk with Bab Lav.
And OG Bab, aka Mom.
Woohoo!
I had to make sure I didn't gulp really loud. Let's keep going.
So, Mom, why are you wearing pink?
Oh, because I look good in it?
She's
Oh, just kidding. All right. It's a radiant color. People seem to like bright colors on me and maroon, whatever. But we're getting closer to Valentine's Day, and so we need to address this. Let's talk a little bit about Valentine's Day and relationships and
dating. I was going to say sex. I thought that's what you were talking about.
oh, well, that comes later.
Yeah.
Is that where your head goes first? Like, what the hell? I'm like, let's talk about relationships, and she's like, sex.
No, but we will talk about that later. Yes, let's talk about dating because that is a not so fun topic sometimes, depending on your situation.
Yeah, no.
Seriously.
Well, you have to date because nobody just jumps into a relationship. I mean, some people do, but I mean, dating is a part of life, whether you're homosexual, heterosexual, all the other things that everybody is nowadays.
Yeah. Now, before we start talking about... How to get comfy, hold on. Before we start talking about the word dating, I want to say that the word dating to you, when you were my age, means something a little bit different nowadays. I think dating has changed a lot.
How the hell has dating changed?
Okay, because when you say the word dating, for me, growing up, like, dating meant, like, boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, you are in a relationship. Versus, when you say dating, it means...
Dating. Looking around to see who you want to be with. And then going out and dating them.
Yeah, that's
Which could still be a boyfriend, girlfriend, but okay.
Yeah. No, but what I'm trying to say is, like, the language of the word dating changes. Mm-hmm. Like, for you, you'd say, oh, yeah, I'm dating this guy, which means, like, you're just going out on dates, getting to know him before making it an official or exclusive. But, like, nowadays, I feel like when you say, oh, I'm dating, it means, like, you're in a relationship.
Well, I have a date tonight. I'm going out with my husband, and so I still consider that dating.
Yeah.
Because we're... Got to keep that romance alive. For the next topic. If you don't keep that romance alive, the next topic that we will be talking about really isn't going to keep that spark going.
Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, let's talk about dating.
Let's.
I think for you, your teenage years, you didn't have the internet, you didn't have apps to date with.
Are you trying to age me here? Is this ageism? I feel like this might be ageism. We should have this stuff in. That's funny.
No, I just want to know your experience of dating, and then I'll tell you a little bit about mine and online dating.
Okay, I definitely didn't have online dating, that's for sure. So back in the day when I dated, you actually had to meet people in person. I mean, that's realistic.
Yeah.
You didn't hide behind a computer and be somebody that you're not. Like, when you met people, you were who you were, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't change the scenario that some of the dudes and even the females had one thing on their mind. That hasn't changed. That's our animalistic behaviors that have been since the beginning. But for me, dating was... meeting people in person. They had to officially ask you out, ask you for your phone number, but not your cell phone number, your home number.
Oh my God, home phones.
Yes. So then if the guy called...
Oh
no! Your whole family, you had... Okay, let's go back to my day. We won't talk about what decade that was. It was a hot minute. When a guy called you to ask you out, they don't know if it was one line that was connected. So there could be several phones all on the same line. So you could be picking up their phone. Your dad could be picking up their phone. The mom, your sister, brother.
Could they hear you if you were on the phone?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
We shared one line. It'd be like the whole house on your phone number. Oh my God, we've never talked about this.
Wait, so if you're on the phone with someone, they could pick up another phone and listen to your conversation,
Yes.
and you wouldn't even know?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Which has happened. It happened to me while I was dating someone. Yes. You definitely we need, so this is great stuff. So anyhow, so the guy, you know, calling, knowing that your entire family could be on, because you could pick it up and then they'd like slick on the other line, and there was a way to like put it to their ear, because I did that to listen to my sister's phone calls. Sorry, Lee, I love you, but you were older and I'd listen to your phone calls. And yeah. So anyhow, so they'd have to have enough galls to know who knows who's picking up the phone, and they didn't even know who's going to answer the phone. They're calling your house phone. So yeah. So anyhow, so there was that, or you're meeting them somewhere, and then it was like, meet me here at a certain time.
Huh.
So growing up, you know, there was a lot of Friday nights, like when I was in California, we'd all meet at the Jack in the Box, and that's where everybody met. So everybody congregated there, and then we would like literally have cars following after each other.
Whoa.
To go to the next place.
Really?
This is how we communicated. So you were a lot more in person. People had to face each other and talk. You couldn't hide behind a phone, a text, an email even. So you're a lot more vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
You know, nowadays, you've got text message, email, all these social media, like, good Lord. And they can fake it so hard. It was a lot harder to be catfished back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, because you see
everything.
Oh my God.
It was more realistic. So yeah, so dating was different for me.
So funny. Well, you know what? Yeah, but I would prefer that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%. Because, like, yeah, you're right. Maybe, like, the guy's going to go in there with whatever intentions, right? But with online dating, there is catfishing. There is, you don't really know their intentions. It's more dangerous. Like, hey, meet me here. And you don't know if you're actually meeting that person, or...
Yeah.
There might be like cases of getting kidnapped. You know what I mean? It's just a scarier place to date. You're more vulnerable because you want to meet someone. You're being open because that's how you date, but you don't know who's really on the other end or how many people. Well,
you don't even know how many people they're dating.
Yeah.
There's an app. You know, back in my day, you had to meet people face to face. So like, that's a lot harder to get yourself around than all these apps. And then these people were talking to, like, literally so many people. And there's a lot more competition.
Yeah.
Because think about a high school, and maybe a couple high schools local. You know, I'm talking about high school or even college. And you have a campus of X amount of people that you see all the time. And then you might, you know, go different places like back in my day. Nowadays... There's so many apps. There's so much social media that the pool... So maybe back for me, it was a pond. Now it's an ocean. There's an ocean, literally, of a dating pool.
Yeah, because, I mean, you can go on there. You can date international. They have that on there. Like, you can talk to whoever you want, wherever you want. And you don't even know who you're really talking to. Yeah, but that was my biggest thing. It was like... I'll be honest with you, there was a period of time when I was single that I had apps. I was like, you know, let me go on here. Let me meet someone. Let me try this out. And I did go on a few dates, and it either ended with, like, they were just trying to sleep with me, and I was like, no. And then there was some where it was like, they were nice, but there's a reason they're behind a screen. There's a reason why they're good at texting. They're just very socially awkward people. And then there's some people where I met that I actually became friends with for years. So it is a lot different experience. But for me, I wanted to meet someone naturally, organically, which is exactly what happened with my boyfriend. We met in person, very organic, very natural, which I'm thankful for. But there are stories of people who have gotten married because they met on an app. So
yeah, but so let's talk about this. Let me get right down to it. When you're dating, because I've had 8 kids and most of them have gone through different cycles of dating, you have to get into your mindset and figure out, what are you dating for?
Yeah.
Are you looking for a long-term commitment? Are you just looking for someone to have fun with? And are you looking for a side piece? And you need to decide that. And when you're out looking and talking to people, you need to be honest with them.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And put it out there. And I think that dating now, as we were just discussing, was a little bit more simple for me in a way. I mean, dating's never simple, but a lot less ways to find people. Pool is much smaller of people. And now there's just such a large pool of people. And what are their intentions?
Yeah.
When they're a keyboard warrior or whatever, or hidden behind the mask of a keyboard, really.
It's just funny hearing you say that.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because I went through a divorce and dated, in the internet age and with apps.
Yeah.
And at my age, oh my God. I have seen things, pictures of things I did not ask for, and things like I had a guy I hadn't even met who's like, our first date's gonna be at Victoria's Secret. Okay, that was a great way to put out there. So let's talk about a couple of those things. People tell you what they are thinking.
Yeah.
If you don't want to listen, then you're missing it. What is on people's minds is what they say. And if you think that this guy who wants to take me to Victoria's Secret is looking for a long-term relationship, he is not. But if I'm okay with that, not saying I was, and that's all I was looking for, then we're on the same page, and that's their intent. And if you're looking for a long-term and somebody's looking for a short-term, you're not on the same page. And move on.
Yeah.
Next. There's people out there.
Yeah. And everything you're saying I agree with. People do say what's on their mind. People also lie. What you're saying, yes, they say what's on their mind. But if they're telling you what you want to hear, don't always believe their words. Look at their actions, right? So this guy could be telling her, I want to marry you. I want this and I want that. That's what you want to hear. But then his actions are, oh, my first date with you, I'm going to take you lingerie shopping. Well, right there, your action is not lining up with what you're saying. So,
right. So you're right. So actions and words
need
tell
to line
people what's on people's minds.
Yeah. So just kind of look out for that, because I was swindled in the past with hearing what I wanted to hear, but then it's like your actions aren't lining up. Right.
So yeah, it's taking those cues. People behave. Okay, let's say behavior instead of just talking. Then, what's on their mind, and then where you are, and if Valentine's Day coming up, if he's taking you out on the 13th or the 15th, you're the side piece. You are the side piece.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Unless, oh my gosh, they're a paramedic or a cop and they are working on the 14th or something to that effect.
Yeah.
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 So think about that. Take a thought. If you're looking to date someone and he's not taking you out on the 14th, if you believe in Valentine's Day, some people don't, but say you're fully into it and he's not taking you out on the 14th, you're not number one. And you have to decide where you want to be in that. Me, I always want to be number one.
I want to be number one and the only one.
Yes, exactly. And the only one. And I've never been one of those. I don't want to be the side piece. That doesn't, I can't, I'm not sneaky like that. Anyway, some people enjoy that stuff. Hey, that's on them, not my thing. But what?
Well, that being said, too, I mean, this could be a whole different topic, but if you are with someone and you know they are cheating, and you feel like it's because of you, they're going to make you feel that way. It's not because of you. It's them. It's who they are. Leave. Leave. Don't stay.
Yeah.
People don't change. Maybe like little mannerisms will change, maybe things they say, but people at their core do not change. Yep. So if you do feel, I think he's cheating on me, or I know he's cheating on me, but let me give him a second chance. Oh no, he'll change. He said he'll change. He's not going to change. He's going to keep cheating. It's not because of you. It's who he is. And as a hard truth, you need to accept that and move on and find someone who will treat you better. But
yeah, but let's go back to the beginning. So my kids have all dated. I have 5 sons, all a couple married, a couple still dating, and 3 daughters, right? None of my daughters are married yet. And they have come to me for a lot of advice. Mm-hmm. And if they are in a mindset where they're looking for a more serious relationship, whether it's long-term and or marriage, mm-hmm. I've been able to sit and give them solid advice that I follow. And so some of the solid advice is people put on their best behavior in the beginning. They put on a tuxedo / prom dress, and then we start getting a little more comfortable. The business suit's on, the nice dress is on, and talking about behaviors. Then we kind of slide into the, business casual type thing until we get somewhat casual. If you're rushing in from meeting someone and they don't have their best behavior on as you're getting to know them, and you're fighting and arguing early on, and you've jumped over a lot of steps, those are some red flags.
Yeah.
And so what I've talked to my kids about is in the beginning, yeah, okay, that sounds so cliche or whatever, but people are getting to know you. They don't know you. They should have their best behavior on, and so should you as you get to know that person until you get comfortable. Mm-hmm. And if people are rushing, for instance, in the very beginning, if you've already started patterns and you're fighting and arguing and breaking up and getting back together and you haven't even been together a month, you have problems.
Yeah.
Is it you? Is it them? I don't know, but you already have problems. Mm-hmm. And so I've tried to coach my kids through a lot of things. There's steps. There's ways to start weaning into a relationship if you're looking for something a little bit more solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and you've seen it with a few of us where they have had, where you said the tuxedo one, right? They're very, oh yeah, and then within a few weeks, within a month, within 2 months, well, why are they? How do you word it? Just casual. Why are they doing that within? Okay,
so short of a time, they're already in sweats. Essentially.
There we go. Yeah, so they go from a tuxedo...
White beater and sweats. That's where they are.
So they go from a tuxedo to sweatpants and whatever within a few weeks. Oh, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And you've seen it.
I have. There are steps to dating. There's like the newlywed / tuxedo phase.
Yeah.
And you're really getting to know each other and enjoying. And if you're already clashing, hitting heads... and not reading each other's signs of body language and the way you're talking, you're already kind of set up for some issues.
Yeah.
And that's when you need to take a step back and say, is it them? Is it me? I mean, we all come with baggage, right?
Right.
I mean,
yeah. And especially...
we already know she's basically perfect. So close. But we all come from baggage from childhood, from other relationships or whatnot. And it's learning from that and making yourself better. Am I better? Am I going to do better in this relationship? But if this other person that you're talking to hasn't learned that and you're already coming in and having this go on, or the lack of trust.
Yeah.
If you're already, and maybe your past you've been cheated on, so you're already a little bit alerted to somebody cheating on you, and it's the sensitivities. But if you're feeling, especially females, not saying men don't have it, women have insane intuition.
Yeah.
If you're so concerned that this person is cheating on you, unless you're a little batshit crazy, because there is that, more than likely he is.
Yeah.
If you have that intuition, and I don't mean you're like, oh my God, lost it in your head. I mean, if he has the behaviors and I say him because I'm a female, but vice versa for the other one.
Yeah.
And you feel that inside, more than likely something's going on.
Yeah. Here's the difference when you're in a healthy relationship with someone who is not cheating on you versus someone who might be or is. For example, with the not healthy one, oh, I don't know. I just have a weird feeling that something happened. He might have done something or he might have cheated. And it's early in the relationship and you're already having those doubts. You shouldn't be with them. They probably are doing those things. If your head is in that spot and you're thinking those things and there are behaviors that he did that's backing up your reasoning, he's probably cheating. He's probably doing those more things. Than likely. Your head should be here. We've only been together for a little bit. Your head shouldn't even be thinking about those things. Your question should be, wow, I wonder like what flower he's going to get me next. I wonder this. I wonder that. Positive things. Your head shouldn't even be thinking about that at all.
But yeah, and let's talk about that. So I believe that relationships should flow very natural and just work.
Yes.
It shouldn't be constantly fighting for it, asking where are we in this relationship? That's exhausting. You know? So if you're getting along and it's working, you should just feel comfortable in each other. And I'm not saying you don't have those hard conversations, right? But
but hard conversations, not hard arguments, screaming, yelling.
Conversations. Conversation is a discussion between two or more people, but in a relationship, hopefully just two people, where each person is talking.
Yes.
Not one way. There's one-way conversation, there's two-way conversation. And, but going back to what you're saying about the cheating thing now, I have been cheated on. That's a whole nother conversation. And I kind of had a feeling and I knew it and, found out about it and, either you accept it and you stay in and you try to make it work, which people do. People do recover from that, or you solidly walk away and say, I'm not going to deal with this. But if you're constantly conflicted inside and it's causing you a lot of pain, you need to move on.
Yeah. Kind of going off what you're saying, once you do walk away, you have to do some healing on yourself, right? If you just jump right in without taking the time to reflect. For me, I went from a relationship, bad one. I healed for 2 years and I sat down and before I even started dating again, like even just getting into the dating world and getting into another relationship, I sat down and I made a list. And this was my standard. And someone might look at it and be like, those are high standards. Well, I have high standards and I'm not going to lower it for anyone, right? Mm-hmm. So what I did was I wrote down, I ended up writing down 14, but I told myself I'd write 10 things, non-negotiables. 10 things that if I want to pursue this person seriously and hopefully marry, they have to have these 10 things. If they don't even have one of them, you're not my person because I need my person to have these 10 things, right? I ended up writing down 14. Then below that, I wrote down, it was supposed to be 10. I wrote 14 again. 14 things that if they have any of these are my deal breakers. Nope, you have this, I'm not dating you. Then I wrote down, I was supposed to write 5. I wrote 10 things that were compromises. 10 things that to me didn't matter one way or the other. And with my now boyfriend, what I did was before we took it to the next level of making it official and being serious, I went through my list and I said, does he have this? Check. Does he have this? I went through and the 14 things that I set the standard for my person to have, he had all of those things. I went through the deal breakers. He didn't have any of my deal breakers. And then the compromises, funny enough, I went through it. And like I said, some of them I didn't care, but they all were kind of on what I wanted them to be. But like I said, if it was one way or the other, I wouldn't care. Anyways, I went through this list and I was like, okay, he has hit my standard. And it doesn't have to be anything super extravagant or crazy. But, for example, for my deal breaker, for me personally, I didn't want to be with someone who is an addict. And, that's not me being harsh, but that's just one of my deal breakers, right? My compromises for me personally was religion, right? If he was a certain religion, I didn't really care. But for some people, that might be in their non-negotiables. Like, he has to be this religion. You make it to what you want and the person that you want, and don't let anyone tell you that your standards are high, because your person's out there with your standards.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that. So I'm on husband number 2. When I was not even in high school, I wrote a journal entry with all my must-haves.
Really?
Yes, I still have it.
Oh, must-haves, not non-negotiables. That's what it is.
Yeah, so I had my must-haves and what I was looking for. And with husband number 2, I nailed it. Husband number 1.
Wait, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have to pull it out.
No way.
Maybe I'll read it. It's probably hilarious, but I left it out once. And somebody read it and they're like, what? And I was like, what? Why are you reading my journal? But yeah, so when I was almost in high school, I wrote down.
I did not know that.
Yes. I had a list. And it's funny because even older, and on husband number 2 or dating scenario number 2, I still carry the same type of values, what I was looking for. And to me, someone that was active and funny. Mm-hmm. And okay, I'm a very quirky person. Okay, so I have a technical job. I'm technical, but I'm also artsy fartsy. And I am kind of quirky in the way that I think. And I'll be like hanging out and I'll just start singing songs for no real reason, which I've taught my kids they do too. And I just needed someone to appreciate my personality. Yeah. Right? That was very important to me. And I have several other things that were like what I was looking for in someone. And so, yeah, so I did the same thing. So I think that's very important. If you go out, let's end it on this. Val brought him an amazing point. I'm on the same page. I did the same thing. If you're going out looking for someone serious and not just hookups, you have to know what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. I think that's amazing points. You have to know what standard you're looking for, your must-haves, your don't-wants, and things that you'll compromise on. Compromising is fair, and I have my list of things like that. Yeah. And so I think that's amazing. And so for our next episode coming up, we're going to have a special guest and pull in, because we're going to dive a little bit into moving past dating and sex.
And get a different perspective on it. So
what you need to do is you need to follow us and subscribe.
And stay tuned for the next episode.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. I'm still a virgin.
Me too. Babs only table talk.
All right, let's get them.